Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
A lot of people are getting on to David Moyes actually as well.
Yes.
Not
But he's done such a good
wanting
job.
him sacked or anything, but like his decision making in terms of, I think he's bringing Scamacca on, like they're saying, too late and various different things like that. So I think it was obviously a good choice because Antonio can't just lead the line like the whole time. But yeah, there's and it doesn't look good. Obviously, what Rice is obviously. He's got 2 years left on his contract, maybe 3 years. I'm not sure, but it's only natural that he's going to want to move on elsewhere as well. So do they cash in when they can get the height of 100 million, something like that?
Speaking of Rice, I just had a massive curveball come into my head. Do you think if Arsenal get Champions League football, we could go in for Declan Rice?
No,
I think we'd go in for him. I don't think
he'd go.
But what happens if we actually are what happens if we win the Premier League?
Yeah, absolutely. If we become Premier League winners, I think he 100% joins Arsenal. Why wouldn't you? Best team in the world. That's true though, isn't it? If you win the Premier League, you're basically the best team in the world.
You even nearly hesitated saying that. As well.
Yeah. No, what I mean is in terms of outright, the most difficult league in the world to win.
Best team in the
world. And if you
world.
win that league,
Best team in the world.
Yeah, realistically.
So we only ever talk about him going like United or Chelsea, but like, mate, why not go Arsenal? Please come to Arsenal. You'd be.
No, we have to win the Premier League first.
No, but we are going to win the Premier League. And actually, let's just fucking touch on Arsenal because my God, Lord of everything, like we are so good, it is getting stupid.
Yeah. Almost polar opposite to how we started last season as well.
It literally is polar opposite. Yeah. We won 3 games and we lost 3 games last year.
And I know. I mean, in terms of performances though, like there was no fight in us last season and this
people
time
keep saying like, oh, have we been tested?
Crystal Palace away from home, first game of the season.
You can only play what comes up against you. Right?
Absolutely.
It's not like you've picked the easy games and you just
but
like...
Palace away from home under Patrick Vieira is a freaking tough game, man.
Palace look decent this year as well. Like
they are picking up points.
I think even Vieira said that they had a really crap pre-season. Like half of the squad stayed at home, half went out on tour. So like to be like looking this good, and you're naturally only.
I think it's Eze's returned from his injury, and like he's just looking.
Zaha's looking
sharp
as well. He looks good.
Vieira's really got them moving, but I mean, Arsenal played Leicester. That's not exactly an easy game.
Not.
Do you know what I mean? Like obviously Bournemouth, you can say what you want, but Leicester and Palace in the first 2 games of the season, you'd actually think in previous season you go,
well, Bournemouth away they beat Villa.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, not away, but I mean, when Villa went away.
In previous years, Arsenal, Palace, we've like lost or drawn to Palace.
Yeah.
Leicester, we could scrape a draw.
It's a classic stumbling block for Arsenal, isn't it? Like the Palace games and stuff like that. It's a classic one.
They're a bogey team for a lot of top sides.
It's just one of them ones which you just like, that's going to go like 1-1 or 1-0 Palace or something. Zaha scores in like the 80th
It's because they're amazing on the counter. Like there's very few teams as good as Crystal Palace in the league that are like counter-attacking teams.
Do you think
Zaha on the counter is just... ridiculous.
Do you think Man City are looking at Arsenal now and going, shit, we sold 2 players to our rivals this season?
It's amazing what a few players can do.
Because Zinchenko and Jesus have looked sharp.
So they were
increasing the squad morale and ability. Like they've upped everyone's game.
They were surplus to requirements at City though. But so it's not like they've lost. It's not like they've lost anything by selling them.
But do you think they've done an Arsenal and sold Van Persie to Manchester United?
No, because I think the relationship between Arsenal and Man City is very different to the Arsenal and Man United.
I agree, and they are connected in a sort of bonding way. Yeah. But they are potentially going at each other for the title.
They are now, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they've actually sold them.
They might look back and be like,
they might have given Arsenal a Premier League title.
Yeah.
Do you think Guardiola's there like, fuck, I've really cocked this one up?
I mean, you look at he's brought in Haaland. Like, it's different strokes for different blokes, right? Like he's as you say, Jesus was surplus at City, but like one man's trash is another man's treasure. So you've picked him up, and he looks insane. Like, but it's not that he wasn't good at City. Like he was good, but like he almost now just looks like a a bigger fish in like and
His-
has made
yeah,
the
his
team
run-
I
better.
don't think the Jesus at City that we've seen is comparable to the one that we're watching at Arsenal.
There was flashes of him at City.
Again,
Yeah, there was.
different players. play
He's the
well
main
in
man,
different
though. He's the main man at
systems.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
And his run playing into Martinelli for Odegaard to score.
good.
It's just filth. It's actually
So
filth.
good.
Now, Zinchenko has the highest win percentage in Premier League history.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes,
He's
82 points.
79 appearances, 65 wins, 82.3% win ratio.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Go on,
But
more.
that's City tax. That's City tax. They wouldn't. I mean, the three of the other people
It's
in
weird
that
when
list
City
are,
lose. Actually, to be fair, isn't it now? Like,
I think three of the other people are Laporte, Foden, and Edison. So, I mean, that same team is.
But you could say Arsenal in the 02, 03, 04 era. I'm sure there was players who played good win percentages.
well, we drew quite a lot.
Still a...
It's not a win.
So
That actually winning the
non-loss
game.
percentage,
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
not. It's not undefeated. 'Cause that'd probably be even higher.
technicality.
Yeah, it's winning outright. 4 out of 5 games you play, you win. That's fucking crazy, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, no, it's actually stupid. If we obviously did top 10 centre backs in the league, and did Saliba make it in your top 10?
No, I didn't put any new players to the league.
He made it in my top 10.
Yeah.
He is really proven himself.
That was
to
a good goal as well. Saliba's goal.
Tidy finish.
Yeah, an understatement that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Goal of the season so far. Name a better one.
Fabian Schär.
Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Gabby's
yeah,
debut goal.
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Weak foot though. What do you think of Saliba? You know, young player of the year last year in France.
How many? Because you obviously signed him when he was 18.
His
or
debut was
something, right?
literally the first game of the season.
Yeah, and he went on loan to like back to St Etienne and that. But
And
I mean,
Marseille.
obviously there was a lot of speculation around him being good, but I imagine like, you know, there's a lot of speculation around a load of players
Yeah.
being good, but it's actually nice to be proven right. Like when a player actually comes in and is good.
I agree.
And a lot of loan moves aren't necessarily that successful.
Yeah.
Like you don't loan them out and then they come back like 4 times the player.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it.
Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But there
A
are
lot of
examples
times.
where like you send them out and they come back as just didn't work.
Yeah.
But I mean, credit to the Arsenal loan team.
Well, it's credit to Mikel Arteta. You know, he's getting a lot of stick recently in the All or Nothing documentary. Is there?
I don't think he is.
No,
he?
he is.
He's coming off really well.
Yeah, no, I think so. But he's also getting called like a mad hatter. Like, is
He's
there,
eccentric, yeah.
is
but when
there
you,
method in the madness?
absolutely. When you consider the people that we have playing for Arsenal, they're pretty. Like we have a pretty childish squad in terms
Well,
of,
youngest
in
Premier
terms
League
of
squad last year,
maturity
wasn't
and age. So
Is it still the youngest squad this season as well?
I would assume so.
yeah, I would.
I think it is. I think I did actually
Yeah.
see that.
One
stuff.
would assume.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
And who else is anywhere close to being as young as ours?
I don't know. Well, we're looking at signing
it.
Pedro Neto from Wolves for
Yeah,
50 million
50
quid.
million.
Again, that's such a good sign.
Man United were linked with him as well, to be fair.
Do you think-
the only thing that I worry about is his injury record? That's the only thing, because last season he obviously spent a little bit of time injured. But again, it's only natural when you go to these bigger and better clubs that you're in better physios and better
Yeah.
training facilities and stuff. So it's a natural progression. But yeah, 50 million. How old is he? He's still young.
22.
Yeah.
I think.
So again,
Yeah, really young.
there's obviously silly numbers being thrown around in this transfer market, and that's what inflation does, right? Like it's only
Yeah.
going to get higher and higher.
And he speaks Portuguese, so fit right in.
There you go with all the Brazilians.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think we're going to sign anyone else? Because they did say we're looking in for a couple players.
Yeah.
I'd like to get Yuri, but I don't know.
You love Tielemans at
Yeah,
Arsenal,
I
don't you?
yeah.
You're such a...
25 mil as well, the alleged fee.
That would be a bargain.
Unreal.
I think that'd be an absolute
People,
bargain.
I don't think people appreciate just how high this guy could go.
Again, another young player, right?
Yeah.
He's 24.
Yes, still young.
But
He's
do you
been
think-
young forever.
Do you think they'd bring him in to
Like Lingard.
slowly
Yeah.
to slowly phase Xhaka out? Is Xhaka, as good as he is for Arsenal and as good as he's playing, is he the player that will get phased out and be part of the new Arsenal?
That's the thing. That's what I was going to say. Does it need one player to exit before like him coming in or something like that? Because
not even necessarily exit, maybe just
that's what
push the
United
bench.
are
Yeah.
looking at, is the whole, we want a right back, but we can't sign one unless Wan-Bissaka leaves.
Yeah.
Like it's not feasible. It's not a. It's
I
not
don't
an
think
option.
so. I think in terms of like a wage structure and everything, we probably just afford to get him outright.
But would he
You don't
want to
have
be?
to.
I know he's like a great leader and he's playing. I love Xhaka.
Oh, I wouldn't want to
If-
get rid
if-
of him. We need that squad depth. We
Yeah.
saw it what happened with Partey last season.
Yeah.
He went, our whole midfield just dissipated. So we need players
To just be a
able to
rotation.
It's ju-
absolutely.
you need the
Especially
players
when
to
you
be
have
happy
Europe
to be
as
that
well.
as well, don't
Yeah,
you?
I think he would be as well. I think he is very much a team player. he definitely learned a lot over the last few years.
You got to remember, we didn't even have Europe,
Yeah.
and now we have it as well. And
It's a big draw.
Absolutely. Getting the likes of Neto and Tielemans, other people in the Premier League being like, geez, these guys are making
mean
moves.
business.
I want
Making
to
moves.
join. I want a piece of that Arsenal pie.
Oh yeah, get me that.